of Stellenbosch University. This is not the start of the ceremony. This is just some reminders on important housekeeping rules. Molweni, wam kilekile. Goeiemiddag, dames en heren. En hartelijk welkom aan almal van u by hierdie doktorale gradeplegtigheid van die Universiteit Stellenbosch. Vanweer die nasionale COVID-19 regulasies en die universiteitse gesondheids- en veiligheidsprotokolle sal hierdie geleentheid bietjie anders wees as in die verlede. Due to COVID-19 regulations and our own protocols, this event by necessity has to be somewhat different from our regular ceremonies. Therefore, please take note of the following. All graduates and guests have been assigned unique seat numbers. Please do not change seats, as the seating record will be used in case contact tracing becomes necessary. Only the essential staff members required to constitute this ceremony will be present at this event. Thank you for understanding that we had to limit the number of guests you could invite. Rest assured that this hall is thoroughly cleaned before and after each ceremony. The wearing of a mask is mandatory for both graduates and guests for the full duration of the ceremony, including when graduates cross the stage. Please maintain a safe distance of at least 1.5 meters from others at all times. No food may be brought in or consumed in the hall. Only water is permitted inside the venue. Now to the ceremony itself. We will not be singing the national anthem as is the custom, but instead listen to an instrumental rendition of it directly after the procession has entered the hall. When we get to the awarding of degrees, graduates will be called up to cross the stage, but in order to comply with COVID-19 regulations, there will be no handshaking by the presiding officer or hooting by the registrar, Dr. Runel Retief. Instead, please walk up to the presiding officer, exchange nods, and then turn around for photographs and acknowledgement by the audience. Members of the audience are also welcome to take photographs, but please switch off the sound and flash first. In fact, please keep your cell phone on silent for the duration of the ceremony. At the conclusion of the ceremony, once the procession has left, we respectfully request that you exit the hall and the building swiftly so that cleaning and preparation for the next ceremony may commence as soon as possible. Kindly ensure that you take along any waste items such as water bottles, tissues, etc. when you exit the venue, and dispose of these safely in bins outside. Please do not congregate in the foyer for your own photos and selfies. You can exit the building and capture the moment outside with a beautiful Victoria Street as backdrop. Or, if you wish, the official photographers have set up a designated area. Graduates and their families and friends are welcome to make use of this service. Also look out for the Marty Shop mobile unit for purchasing Stellenbosch University branded items to remind you of the successful academic journey we are celebrating today with you. Baie dankie vir u geduld met die talle aanwysings, dames en heren. Dit is egter in ons almal se belang. Ladies and gentlemen, in this time of COVID-19, we have hybrid graduation ceremonies. This is one of 11 small physical ceremonies for our doctoral graduates. All other degrees are being conferred during online faculty-based ceremonies that have been pre-recorded and scheduled for release on YouTube. Please check the university's homepage for information about when these go live. A piece of good news. This graduation ceremony can be followed via live streaming from anywhere in the world. In case you were not aware of this, you are welcome to share the following web address with family and friends: www.stellenbosch.ac.za sun.ac.za/streaming. Please note that load shedding may interrupt internet connectivity and therefore also streaming. But you will still be able to access a recording of the event as of tomorrow on YouTube via our streaming page. Load shedding will, however, not end this ceremony itself. We have a generator on standby. If a power outage should occur, please remain seated while we switch over to the emergency power. You are welcome to share our graduation experiences on social media, and the hashtag to use is hashtag #SUGrad. Hashtag #SUGRAD. Just remember to put your phone on silent, please. Dames en here, ons is bykans gereed om met die plegtigheid te begin. Ons vra dat u sal opstaan vir die akademiese prosesie en sal bly staan tot nadat ons na die nasionale lied geluister het. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the academic procession and remain standing until after we have listened to the national anthem. Thank you. Baie dankie. Nkosi kakhulu.
Goedemiddag, dames en heren. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We will begin the proceedings by listening to an instrumental version of the South African national anthem. We will not be singing the anthem, but we will listen to it only. So, dames en heren, ons begin die verrigtinge deur na instrumentale weergawe van die Suid-Afrikaanse nasionale lied te luister. Baie dankie, u mag my sitplekke inneem. Please be seated. Thank you very much. Hiermee verklaar ek hierdie kongregasie van die Universiteit Stellenbosch behoorlik geconstitueer. I hereby declare this congregation of Stellenbosch University duly constituted. And that was a very important phrase, otherwise your degrees won't be valid. But it now will be. So at the beginning of this graduation ceremony, we as the academic community, parents, partners, family and friends are deeply grateful for the privilege to be here this afternoon to celebrate our graduates' success, to celebrate your success. But we also think of members of our broad university community who've passed away or have lost loved ones this year during these most challenging times. And to this end, I invite you all to remain seated while we observe a devotional moment, granting each other the space to do so according to our various secular and religious perspectives. Ek nooi u uit om net vir 'n oomblik te bly sit terwyl ons stil word. Elkeen in ons eie ruimte van verskillende sekulêre en godsdienstige lewensbeskouings. Dankie dames en here. Thank you ladies and gentlemen. So weer eens, goeiemiddag en 'n hartlike welkom van my kant af. Hierdie is die negende van 11 fisiese grade plegtighede van die Universiteit Stellenbosch wat hierdie week op ons Stellenbosch campus plaasvind. So good afternoon, a hearty welcome. This is the 9th of 11 physical graduation ceremonies scheduled for this week on the Stellenbosch campus. In addition to all of us present here, we also have online guests who have joined the proceedings via live stream over the internet. We will now listen to Professor Mwandi Dali from our Department of African Languages, who has recorded a few words of welcome in isiXhosa.
Molweni manene na manenekazi. Siyanamkela kumsitho wothusuzidanga kule veki. Siyathemba ukuba olu suku luza kuba neenkumbulo ezinhle kwabo baza kube bethweswa izidanga kwiintsapho zabo kunye nezihlobo ngokubanzi. Manene namanenekazi, sizama ngako konke isinako ukubiza amagama abantu ngendlela efanelekileyo. Ndiqinisekile uDean nesekela lakhe bebezama ngako konke okusemandleni ukuziqhelanisa noku, kodwa okuyinyani sinabo baza kube bethweswa izidanga, abasebenzi kunye neendwendwe ezivela kwindawo ngendawo ezahlukeneyo, ezinelwimi ezahlukeneyo, nezo zivela ngaphaya kwemida yaseMzantsi Afrika. Yiyo loo nto sicela ukuba nibe nenyameko kuba singakufumanisa kungumcelimngeni ukubiza amanye amagama kunye neefani. Enkosi.
Thank you, Professor Dali. So, ladies and gentlemen, before we get on with the main business of this ceremony, allow me a few short remarks. It really is a great honor for me to be able to preside at this ceremony, even more so because I also studied here and got 2 degrees from this university many, many moons ago. Lang gelede. But this is a smaller occasion, this is an intimate occasion, and we wanted to do it, we really wanted to make this possible even in the midst of a pandemic. We're now 20 months into this pandemic. Last year we thought it was going to be a sprint, and then it turned into a marathon, and it's actually transpires it's an ultra marathon. We hope that the light is at the end of the tunnel, but we could not have our usual large graduation ceremonies, but we wanted to have a graduation ceremony, a physical, face-to-face graduation ceremony with our doctorate, our graduates, where we confer these degrees on you. It's the pinnacle of academic achievement. We congratulate you, we honor you. You've worked extremely hard, and we want you to be able to come across the stage and have your moment. So, because you fully deserve it. And once graduation is a truly momentous event. This is a big deal, it's a big day. You've got this red toga on, and that's quite something. So I'm very happy and honored to be in this position today. These past 2 years, the challenges have been immense, and they've seemingly become more intense and lots of obstacles. But you're here, you've done it. Well done, well done. You should really be proud of yourselves for reaching this end goal. I'm also very proud in the way in which Stellenbosch University has surmounted the challenges of the pandemic. And we have tried our utmost to enable our students to continue with their studies. It was one of our initial goals, is to really to complete the academic years successfully, and we managed to do so both in 2020 and also in 2021. And in fact, this December, we will be awarding 6,000 qualifications across our 10 faculties, including 143 doctoral degrees, actually 6 more than this time last year. So you can see that from this, that our university makes an immense contribution to the development of our country and our continent and also the rest of the world. I said that you've worked very hard to get where you are today. It's not always been easy, I'm sure. There's been some smarte en trane, some tears, and every now and again, I'm sure you, at some points in your journey, you did not necessarily like your supervisor very much, but it happens. But at the end, this is what they do, and I want to really honor the supervisors for their role in your success story, for what they've managed to contribute, and that they act as your guides on this journey. So I'm going to ask the supervisors to please stand up, let us see, and if you can turn around and also wave to the camera so we can also honor you. Supervisors. Thank you very much. So dames en here, ek sal nou aan die kandidate wat aan my voorgestel word, die onderskeie doktorsgrade verleen. I will now confer on the candidates who are presented to me the respective doctoral degrees. So you're going to be walking across the stage. You've worked several years for this. This is your moment. You own the stage while you're walking across. If you want to do a little dance, you're welcome to do that. This morning, I was very, very surprised. I got a pretty decent dance from the engineers. It was very interesting. So let's see if AgriSciences can do one better. Mr. Dean.
Mr. Vice-Chancellor, I request you to acknowledge the following candidate who completed and graduated in March 2021 with a doctoral qualification. The candidate will cross the stage for ceremonial purposes only. Leah Wilson Besa, with dissertation The Black Soldier Fly, Hermesia illucens, the larvae as a meat alternative under supervision of Professor Louw Hofman. Andries Jerick Daniels, with dissertation, Non-Destructive Evaluation of External and Internal Table Grape Quality, under supervision of Professor Linus Upara. Marinda Creer, with dissertation, Natural White Wine Alcoholic Fermentation, a focus on progression trajectories and sensory outcomes under supervision of Dr. Nieuwoud. Meneer die kanselier, ek versoek u om die graad dokter in wysbegeerte in die fakulteit agriwetenskappe aan die kandidaate wat ek aan u voorstel te verleen. Mr. Vice Chancellor, I request you to confer on the candidates whom I will present to you the degree Doctor of Philosophy in the Faculty of AgriSciences. Adefemi Adebisi Alade, with dissertation and investigation into the effect of durability treatment on adhesive bonding of Eucalyptus grandis wood under supervision of Professor Brandt Wessels. Cleo Gertrude Conacher, with dissertation exploring multi-species interactions between wine-associated yeasts under supervision of Professor Florian Bauer. Izan Rihanna Kraus, with dissertation Nitrogen Fertilizer Management Strategies for Canola under Conservation Agriculture Practices in South Africa under supervision of Dr. Johan Labuskaghni. Sandra Christine de Tooy, with dissertation Evolutionary Engineering of Interspecies Cooperation, investigating Saccharomyces cerevisiae and Lactobacillus plantarum interactions in synthetic ecological environment, under supervision provided by Professor Florian Bauer. Elizabeth Johanna Huisamen, with dissertation Understanding Interactions Between Environmental Conditions and Insect Physiology to Inform Pest Management in South Africa, under the supervision of Professor John Terblanche. Mr. Vice Chancellor, it is obviously a very productive year in the vineyards. Natasha Alethea Late, with a dissertation Investigation into Physical and Metabolic Interactions in Wine Yeast Ecosystem. Again, supervision from Professor Florian Bauer. Letodi Luki Matulwe, with dissertation Control of the Obscure Mealybug, Pseudococcus viburni Hemiptera Pseudococcidae, using entomopathogenic fungi and nematodes. The species name not nearly as obscure as the common name. Under the supervision of Dr. Norma Stockway. Vutu Ndu, with dissertation evaluating the mechanisms involved in herbicide resistance in the wheat Plantago lanceolata, to 2 commercial herbicides under supervision of Dr. P.J. Peterson. Meneer die visiekanselier, ek versoek u om aan die kandidate aan wie se name ook aan u voorgelê is, maar wat nie hier teenwoordig is nie, die onderskeie grade in hul afwesigheid te verleen. Mr. Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degrees on those candidates whose names have been presented to you, but who could not attend in their absence.
Ek verleen die onderskeie grade aan die kandidate in hulle afwesigheid. I confer the respective degrees on the candidates in their absence.
Mr. Vice-Chancellor, ladies and gentlemen, an outstanding feature of institutions that focus on excellent performance is that excellent achievers receive acknowledgement on different levels and in different ways. In the context of Stellenbosch University, this recognition includes the Chancellor Awards, which focus on sustained excellence in research and/or learning and teaching and/or community action or administration. In the Faculty of AgriSciences, one of the recipients of the Chancellor's Award for 2021 is Professor Antoinette Malan. I have pleasure in presenting the following motivation in respect to the recipient, Professor Antoinette Malan. Professor Malan. Professor Malan dien die Universiteit Stellenbosch en die fakulteit Agriwetenskappe op 'n uitnemende wyse deur haar onderrig, navorsing en innovasie op 'n gespesialiseerde en skaars vaardigheidsterrein. Haar navorsingsfokus op entomopatogeniese nematodes en hulle gebruik as omgewingsvriendelike biologiese beheeragente teen groot insekplae is beide vernuwend en dra aansienlik by tot die vestiging van volhoubare agro-ekologiese stelsels. Haar omvangryke eksterne finansieringsportefeulje en volgehoue internasionale en bedryfsnetwerke getuig van haar navorsingsimpak. Boonop is haar bydra tot die ontwikkeling van 'n geakkrediteerde voorgraadse kurrikulum, uitgebreide nagraadse studieleiding en mentorskap van jong personeellede en navorsers prysenswaardig. Professor Malan boasts a number of accolades, including the prestigious Bayer Crop Science Award for the advancement of nematology, received in 2011, and Erasmus Mundus European Scholarship in 2012, as well as an SU Research Excellence Award in 2019. She has also single-handedly built a globally recognized SU focus group on nematology, a field that is severely underrepresented in Africa, but fundamentally important to crop health. Meneer die visiekanselier, ek versoek u om die kanselierstoekenning vir uitnemendheid aan professor Antoinette Malan te oorhandig. Our second recipient in the faculty for the 2021 Chancellor's Award is Dr. PJ Pieterse. I have the pleasure in presenting the following motivation in respect to the recipient. During his career, including 30 years at the Department of Agronomy, Dr. Pieterse has made a significant contribution to the field of weed science and the understanding of herbicide resistance, which is considered one of the main threats to sustainable crop production. Sy vroegere werk oor die biologie van uitheemse indringerplante het tot die instelling van die Nasionale Werk vir Waterprogram in 1995 bygedra. Sy navorsingsfokus het later verskuif na die verantwoordelike gebruik van onkruiddoders en onkruiddoder weerstandigheid, 'n betreklik nuwe terrein waarop hy hom as een van die voorste kundiges in Suid-Afrika en Afrika gevestig het. Deur streeksamewerking en opleiding van onder meer as 40 nagraadse studente het Dr. Pieterse 'n beduidende bydrae gelewer tot groter bewustheid en kennis van volhoubare onkruidbeheermaatreëls in Afrika en die westelike Indiese Oseane streek. Daarbenewens het hy op voedselvlak 'n kernrol vervul om volhoubare landboupraktyke by sowel bestaansboere as kommersiële landbouers te bevorder. Dr. Pieterse leaves behind a legacy of service and of using modern science to establish sustainable agriculture systems in Africa. Mr. Vice-Chancellor, I request you to present the Chancellor's Award for Excellence to Dr. Pieterse.
So dames en here, ons het nou die toekenning van die grade afgehandel. En namens Universiteit Stellenbosch wil ek almal van u wat vandag hier 'n kwalifikasie verwerf het, hartlik gelukwens met die bereiking van hierdie besondere mylpaal. Baie geluk aan julle. I also wish to congratulate our Chancellor's Award recipients, Professor Malan and Dr. Pieterse. We've heard of their achievements and considerable contributions, and it's indeed a privilege for Stellenbosch University to honor them in this way. I especially want to pay kudos to Professor Malan because that's a real tongue twister, eh? Entomopathogenic nematodes. Try saying that quickly. Entomopathogenische nematodes. Try it. Well done. Well done. Well done to you both. It's a wonderful achievement. And then congratulations to all our new graduates. A lot of you from the wine biotechnology. It was indeed a bumper here for that section. But to all of you, congratulations. Come on, let's give them a... Well done. You not only got a PhD today, but you also now qualify automatically. You're now automatically an alumnus of the university, and you're also automatically a member of the convocation. And you're part of this much larger group of Stellenbosch University alumni. We're upwards of 250,000 worldwide. So congratulations with that. And with that, I really want to encourage you to stay engaged with your alma mater. You have a lot to offer your alma mater. And younger students still on their journey towards graduation. You can offer some of your time, your talent. We have so many very keen young people who also on their academic journeys, and if you can assist in that, that will be greatly appreciated. So join one of our many alumni hubs, either here in South Africa or abroad. Because it is incredible, there seems to be maties everywhere. Daar's maties oral. En waar ek hulle ook al raakloop, kan ek nie anders as om beïndruk te wees deur wat hulle vermag nie en die bydrae wat hulle lewer tot die samelewing nie. I'm so impressed with our alumni in the country or on the continent or globally at the wonderful contributions they make to society all over. So you can also join our own LinkedIn, martisconnect.com, to help you expand your networks and mentors, and it's all in one location. But what I really wanted to say, I want to wish you all the best for the future, and I want you to stay in touch. This is a fantastic day for you. It's a wonderlijke dag. And you must savor it. You must really think back to this with great satisfaction. But I also want to acknowledge and congratulate parents, spouses, and family with the achievement of your family member, spouse, or friend. Because I'm sure in many instances your support went hand in hand with many years of sacrifice. As I alluded to, the journey towards a PhD is not a short one. It is not short. It's many years of hard work, some sweat and some tears. But we trust that you being here, that this is, and achieving this has made it all worthwhile. But I do think it'll be very appropriate for our graduates to also stand up, to look back turn towards the cameras in the hall, and to thank your supporters who've stood by you in all these years. Thank you very much. Baie dankie. So dames en here, ons het nou die einde van die verrigtinge bereik en ek verklaar hierdie kongregasie van die Universiteit Stellenbosch as beëindig. Ek versoek u om op te staan en te bly staan totdat die akademiese prosesie die saal verlaat het. We have now come to the end of the proceedings, and I hereby declare this meeting of the congregation of Stellenbosch University closed. Would you please rise and remain standing while the academic procession leaves the hall?